Hey everybody, here's a video that you probably weren't expecting today since we didn't have a message or a lesson last night, but today is a very special day. In fact, today, this Monday, is the 1 year anniversary of the last Sunday that we had before entering into the quarantine or lockdown last year. In fact, it's kind of funny looking back on that time because we had heard about COVID-19. We had heard about what it was doing around the world, and there were so many things that were said that it was never going to hit us, or it was never going to hit Southwest Ohio, or there wasn't anything to worry about. In fact, it was kind of funny looking back on it now. My parents were living in a town where somebody had contracted COVID-19, and there was 2 confirmed cases in the entire state of Indiana, and we were afraid to send our daughter to a town where there were 2 people who were confirmed cases with the virus. And now here we are, however many, well, a little over a year later, and we'll take her to the store, and who knows how many people possibly have it. Just the way that our mindset has changed over the last year. However, that doesn't mean that we're still not masking up and doing everything that we're supposed to. In fact, right now, it seems like there's some possible hope in the near future as this vaccine rolls out, and as different people who have caught it and are building the antibodies, and we're working step by step towards herd immunity. But I wanted to take a second and not talk about coronavirus, but really talk about just what that day was like and what really that year was like leading up to now. It's kind of funny. Here is our official calendar that we put out onto the wall, and we had so many things that we were looking forward to. In fact, January, February, we had just finished up CIY Believe, and that was a lot of fun. And we were getting ready for 3SLI, which was a high school weekend retreat for student leaders, and so we were geared up and super excited for that. And then the lock-in, which I think was like the if people were to make a top 10 list of the worst things that happened in 2020, us missing a lock-in probably wouldn't make that list, but it certainly was a devastating thing that happened for myself personally, as well as many students. Our helicopter egg drop, Easter looked different, all the way into May and June with the cancellation of graduation activities and camp. It was so incredibly weird. In fact, it was just weird not meeting on Sunday morning. This is the official attendance sheet. Have not removed it, have not changed it at all, for the junior high 11:15 a.m. group that was supposed to meet on March 15th. It is dated March 15th, 2020, and we were getting ready to conclude a series called The Red Stuff. We were watching a DVD, and it was about the words and stories of Jesus, and so we were going through that together and meeting regularly, and then all of a sudden we just got plucked out, and I remember being told, hey, Sunday services aren't going to happen. And then I remember being told, hey, you need to, if you haven't already, download this app called Zoom. And thankfully I already had a Zoom account, but we were able to start meeting virtually. And things were just different. But you know what? Things were different, things were crazy, but I'll tell you right now, looking back on it, it was so good, just for those who were able to stick with us and stick through that time for the couple of months that we were meeting virtually. And I remember, in June when we started meeting again in person, just how nerve-wracking it was, because it was still the uncertainty of what's this going to look like. But it was so good to just be able to be in community again. And so I just want to take a moment and just thank every single family, every single person who has just stayed in our community, has continued talking, whether you're attending Sunday nights or not, whether you pulled away for a little bit, but maybe came back, or maybe you're not meeting with us regularly, but you're keeping regular contact with either myself or small group leader. We're just so thankful for you. We're so thankful for your support, and I just cannot think of what 2020 would be like without our church community, and being able to just be able to spend time with students and families, talking with you guys, because really you guys helped me get through 2020, and I know that we helped each other get through just this crazy season of life. And so right now, I just want to encourage you and just thank you so much for just all your continued support of our ministry. I think of Paul and the parts of his letters that we often skip over where he thanks every single person. I feel like I could just start pulling a Paul and just start thanking people as we get toward the end of this video, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm just going to say, for those of you who last March were kind of in the boat of what are we going to do now, and then you ended up hanging out with us, staying with us, coming on Zoom with us, joining back up physically, or maybe even just staying in touch with us. Maybe you were coming out to a couple of our events, the camp out that we had in the fall, maybe it was the fall retreat, or any of the events that we've had in between. I just want to say thank you so much. You are just one of the reasons why we continue to do what we do. We love you, in each and every single one of you who are watching this video and support our ministry. Thank you, thank you, thank you. With that being said, I can't wait to see what God has in store for us for the rest of this year, especially as we get ready to enter into a new series called Divine Confidence that starts next week. As well as just all the different events that could be in store for the future. It's going to be a really exciting year. It's already been exciting as we've kicked off until now, and I cannot wait. I'm in eager anticipation to see what God does next. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you.